Here he is.
Hey mate.
KJ. How you going, mate?
How are you?
Good to see you.
How good's this place looking?
Pretty sweet, eh?
Mate.
Feels good to work here every day.
I bet it does.
We're very lucky, aren't we?
Mate, I don't come out here very often, but when I do, I just get blown away by how cool it looks.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Although I've got to say, surely you could do something about the lawn, couldn't you?
Well, I was just thinking that actually, yeah, it could be a lot better along this bit, so that's why we've called upon you, my mate.
Awesome,
Yeah.
but you know what's cool, mate, is every time I come here, I always reflect back on what this place used to look like. You had this beat up old, it was a fruit shop, wasn't it?
Jeez, casting your mind back a little while. Well, actually not so long actually. It hasn't been that long. We've been in here maybe a year, but the fruit shop was the office for a lot longer before that. So yeah, we've had some good times in that
And
office.
even the branding's looking sharp.
Yeah, no, you too, mate.
Look
Part of
at
the crew.
Mate, love it.
Yeah,
love
yeah.
it. So
yeah, we've had some good times in that fruit shop. We've actually filmed a few videos with you over the years.
we did, yeah, and some of those ones when we reflected back on Brian, you know, when
bit of a history of Waikato Sheds.
How cool.
Had a bit of a trudge for the orchard.
And the roof shout.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, sorry about that.
Oh,
yeah.
the roof shout, mate. It's like, obviously it's hurt me.
Yeah, you missed out on the invite.
But hey, how cool though.
Yeah.
But the roof shout.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
we'll make it up to you, KJ, I promise.
Well, I think, mate, you might have heard about Keeper's Way.
I've seen a green ute whipping around Hamilton.
Looking sharp and noble shed
Looks
on
amazing.
Waikato Shed on
Yeah,
as well, though,
yeah.
mate. But yeah, I think, how about Keeper's Way give you guys a bit of a hand and we'll look to do something.
I think so. You've been a brand ambassador for a long time now, and it makes sense that we use you to give us some guidance on this green grass here that we need to do some work with.
That sounds great, and it's been interesting as Waikato Shed has grown and the amount of sheds are out there now people are living in them, which is, man, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I kind of see areas too where, you know, like you have this amazing shed, but how do we enhance it with the, you know, landscaping and particularly lawns and stuff?
Yeah.
So,
well, all of us at Waikato Sheds have been to your place. We've seen your shed, we've seen your lovely grounds, and we all want a piece of the action.
and I know that you've put your own lawn in at home, mate.
Yeah,
How's that going for you?
It's going pretty good.
Is
The
it?
ryegrass did the job.
Oh, fantastic.
I've been impressed actually. Got in just before it got cold, and
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got grass now, so I'm
nice.
stoked.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and I'll be leaning on you a little bit more with some, you know, just to make it a little bit nicer.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny though how, as we get older, you know, things like the veggie garden, cooking a piece of meat on the barbecue for about 10 weeks, craft beer, but how important people have with their lawns now, and so no, it's cool, mate.
And especially now my kids are growing up, they're playing out on the grass, so I want to make it nice, feel a bit more luxurious.
Cool. Oh, shall we have a bit of a chat to the lads and we'll have a look around?
Got Jason and Brian over there, let's have a bit of chat.
Yeah, cool. I mean, and we can talk through the things that you need to think about when you go to put your lawn in, because quite often people do think it's a bit of a magic bullet, but you know, just kind of it's an opportunity here maybe to share a few tips and things that might help others.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Love your work.
Let's do it. Okay, mate. So this is what we got. So obviously there's quite a bit of grass here. So we want to section a piece off and make that piece really nice.
Bit of showpiece.
Bit of a showpiece,
Yeah,
and then
nice.
we'll just have the surrounding areas just a bit more normal.
A little bit like what's at my house, right? How I've got sort
Exactly.
of defined areas.
Yeah.
I think that's quite cool because there's a road frontage. If we can have this area that is kind of the place that, you know, this is your A grade, I guess.
Yeah,
Is
people
that-
drive past.
Yeah,
It
cool.
looks visually, it looks good in front of the office.
Awesome.
So yeah, we kind of talked about we'll just extend that line of the concrete slab out, sort of just behind that tree there, and make this real mint. Also talked about just paving this little section off so that we don't have to worry too much about maintaining that random little square.
I think that's a really good idea, and what I've done at home as well, I've put some boxing or some railway sleepers along, and I've edged like between defining the garden and the lawn. First things you kind of need to think about is, you know, do we want to put irrigation in? Because if you're going to be doing some work, this is the time to do that, and you know, we can get an irrigation design done for you and those sort of things.
Yeah, so irrigation does seem like a good idea. You know, Christmas time, we're all away on holiday, making sure it's going to last the distance.
And I think too, you know, with irrigation systems, they can come on during the night, so there's no water going while you've got customers here, and even, you know, irrigating during the day is not a great thing. It's windy, and you want to be able to do it, you know, during the evening, and so that's a really important thing.
Is that always a bad idea to be irrigating during the day? Like, can the water, like, so I know sometimes with veggies when you're watering and then the sun's on it, can kind of burn the leaves and
yeah,
stuff. Is
totally.
that similar with grass?
The same as grass. So all our irrigation that I do, you know, in my day job is done during the night. And also too, when it gets humid, putting on water when there's a lot of humidity around turf isn't great either, so lots, promotes turf diseases and stuff. So definitely, our irrigation comes, like in my home lawn, comes on at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah.
One, there's no one up having the shower going because it works off the water pressure, so those sort of things.
Yeah.
So that's how I do that at home. So.
Excellent. Okay.
So the first thing is irrigation. You need to make a decision. Do we want to irrigate it? Yes, no, because then that leads into the types of grasses that we might think about using, because there are some grasses that do need water and some that can survive with less water. So things like, ryegrass needs a lot of water. There's other grasses, like fescues or tall fescues don't need as much irrigation requirements. So they're the sort of things that we really want to have a bit of a chat around. And because you think about too, people think that a lawn is just a bit of a one-hit wonder. Well, it's not. So the maintenance required once it's all up and going, and the ease of because I'm sure you guys are going to be out looking after people with all their new sheds. You don't want to be out here mowing grass all day long.
Yeah. It's got to be appropriate for what we want to do. We want to obviously keep it nice, but don't want to be out here every day doing work on it. So based on that, if we just want to be saying mowing it once a week, it's very likely we will put irrigation in. What's a type of grass seed that you would recommend for us that's going to suit this type of environment?
I think out here, tall fescue would be a really good option for you. The only thing, you'll need to cut it a little bit higher, but I don't think that's an issue. We can still have it striped up, looking $1 million, and keep as way supply tall fescue seed and stuff like that.
Good stuff.
And then also the maintenance, ongoing maintenance after it. It's a pretty easy. Well, it's not easy, but it's slightly easier than say a ryegrass. So I think tall fescue out here would be the perfect choice for.
Sounds good.
For Waikato Shed. Good. Can't wait, mate. Can't wait to have
good.
a great looking Keeper's Way lawn out here, eh?
Perfect.
Beautiful, mate.
So we're going to make it happen. We'll sort of put some things in place, and next video we'll actually start doing the work. So
we're going to have you out on a rake.
Maybe.
That's it.
We'll
Love
see.
it.
Thanks, guys.